Hey there everybody, I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going to be looking at another Oracle deck and talking about it a little bit. We're talking about the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland today, and I'm so excited to share this one with you guys. So I won this deck when I joined a new Facebook group for Oracle readers, and I was so excited when I won. I just knew I was going to. I'd been looking at this deck for forever, and then I go ahead and win it. So it's like, obviously we were meant to work together, right? I myself love the moon phases, but when I got this deck, I didn't know much about them, especially when it came to the various zodiacs associated with like the full and the new moon. I really had no idea what I was doing when it came to those, but this deck has taught me so much. It's just gives beautiful information about the different new and full moons and the different zodiacs, and then also some of the other moon phases in general, what they mean, what they're for, what you can do with them. It's just been beautiful in helping educate me to connect me closer to the moon. So I highly recommend it. If you have not yet learned much about the moon, do not be intimidated by this deck because it will help guide you. It will help teach you. And I think you'll really enjoy it a lot. I've used this deck quite a lot on my altar, especially like if we were having full moon in Virgo, I would put this card up on my altar and then I would live by its statement, "You are good enough," for the rest of that moon phase. And I've really infused the intention of that moon into my work, into my personal healing for the next little while, and into my space as well. So that's one thing that I love about this deck, is it can be used on the altar or for readings. When it comes to readings, one thing I like about it a lot is that the messages are very quick and to the point. So there's not like a bunch of flowery language around them. It just gives you your answer very quick, very direct, and I have absolutely adored that. That is great in my opinion, because sometimes some Oracle decks can have a little bit of an intensely long message that it just takes you so long to get through that I don't feel like you get the full impact of the answer, but these answers are just quick and to the point. Like this one is balanced spirituality and practicality, boom, done. This one's conclusions are within reach, boom, done. You are very close to achieving your goal, boom, done. You don't need much more than that. If you need much more than that, you can go through your intuition and take in the information that's being given to you. And that's the only knock I have against the deck, is because they're very strict they're not very strict, but like very to the point, just very boom, here's the answer, there it is. Sometimes I have a little bit of trouble giving a full reading just off this deck of cards. I end up turning a lot to my channeling intuition to take in the rest of the message, which is not a bad thing. Like these are great key cards for people to read, see, get the message really fast and get it through their own head while I'm still taking in the message from above. So it is great in that regard. The artwork on these cards are just beautiful. I absolutely adore them. It's just a gorgeous deck all around. And like I said, I have learned so much about the moon from working with this deck. So if you are even slightly interested in the moon, whether you know much about it yet or not, I highly recommend this deck, and I think you're going to love it a lot. So yeah, this is the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. Highly recommended. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any opinions, if you have used this deck and you love it or don't love it, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Tell me about your experience with this deck. I'd love to hear all about it, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Mwah!